Welcome to the 44th episode of the Daft Previews podcast.
He's done it
My
already.
name's Dan. This is live, so we do it all in one take. Doesn't matter if I fuck it up. As you can see, we are missing Luke today, but we're joined by Garth, young hobo, straight out of the Discord. Welcome, brother. How you feeling?
Good, mate. Good, mate. Good to be
You
here.
look prime. You look ready for this.
Yeah.
Um, For those of you who are in the live stream, feel free to drop all your questions in. I'll get to them eventually. But to kick things off, for those of you who don't have much time, we'll get straight into our best bets for the week. You can jot those down. Just even submit the bets if you want to. Then you can fuck right off. And we'll do a deep dive into every single game, and we'll talk about a little bit of value. I'll kick things off. I'm going with only 3 legs this week. Instead of 4, it is a difficult round to tip on, especially after all the upsets last week in Magic Round. But for me, I've got a 3-leg multi. The odds are at $16.22. I've got $50 on it, just to let you guys know. So the first leg is my beloved Broncos. The line on this one is only 6.5, and normally I'd only take 6.5, but your boy's feeling confident. So I'm taking Broncos 13 plus $2.60. I'm taking Joseph Sawali to score a try against the Penrith Panthers at $2.60. And I've got the Parramatta Eels to score over 27.5 points at $2.40. And all up, you're getting $16.22, baby. Now, Hobbo, what do you got? Take us through your best bets. Loud and proud for me, baby.
Oh, like you're saying, I reckon Broncos 6.5. That's free money.
Book it.
The way they're playing, I think they're pretty well one of the best teams in the comp. It's slightly top 2. They're just clicking. Reynolds is just a whole other level this year. And it's proven.
Damn straight it is.
Big dog for the big stage. So it's Broncos 6.5. Also like a bit of same game. Broncos 6.5 and big Kurt Capewell. Get over.
It's got that gay porno magic happening.
Yeah, Knight's line defense is just woeful. So I feel like the big giraffe's just going to jump over him.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. So that
those listening live have asked you to turn up the volume. Speak louder for us.
Yeah, right. Anyway, that's about 6. I think it was 675. That same game.
That's moist.
Then just got an easy head-to-head. Oh no, sorry, I got two more bets for you.
Let's go.
Trusting the doggies.
You're trusting the doggies.
Trusting the doggies. I reckon they're gonna be out to play for pride. They got a point to prove. I reckon.
Coach is gone. Teams normally perform quite well after the coach gets sacked for 1 week.
Gone. I mean, $1.90 both. Them and Tigers both $1.90. You could even take the line at plus 1.5, but I don't.
If you're a coward.
If you're a kid, exactly. Then so doggies, Broncos minus 6.5, then Storm 6.5. That will give you a juicy 685.
685. What do you like the Storm? What's going on there?
What do you mean? Did I say Storm?
Yeah.
Bulldogs, Broncos, Storm. I just think, Cowboys, I mean, they're like 3 easy tries against the Tigers. All that left side.
Yeah.
And Storm looking to bounce back. All their players basically in, but Paps.
No Paps me, but we'll get into that deep dive when you get to that game. But are those all your bets?
Yeah. I got a head-to-head one here. Got a head-to-head. Just Eels, Bronx, Panthers, and Sharks all up $3.61.
You loading that one up?
Can't say yes. Can't say no.
Can't say no. All right. Before we jump into a little bit more about you being our special guest today, the chat is absolutely on fire.
I don't even see the chat.
Somebody's asked me how old. Fucking old. Thank you, Delta.
Is that a fresh shave?
Yeah, it is. Another comment that Garth looks tired.
Is that coming from Camo?
You need to get on the performance enhancer. That's from old Lachlan. Uncle Camo, our guest from last week, he's sitting on the bench at basketball watching this. And Cameron, yes, this is a 4X. You know it, baby. Yes, Luke is resting from Magic Round. He had a few brushes with fame, so we'll hear more about that next week. And the last request is for Hobbo. Give us a doggies, bark, bark, bark.
Doggies, bark, bark, bark.
Fuck me. All right, Homo, let's learn a little bit more about you.
Hey,
How'd you find the Discord server?
how'd I found it?
Yeah.
Through. Fucking hell, I think you were in a Discord with us. Then I think, bro, politics between punting Discords is a fucking joke, man.
Mm.
It's just like, oh, you can't be in this group, but you have to be in my group. So I think we all kind of left and found out you got your own, and me and Big Cam Dog merged together.
It's a safe haven, this Discord. Speaking of the Discord, if you want to join, it is a free punting community. We have expert tippers in a range of sports, Hobbo being one of them.
Oh,
You can join this Discord. It's in the link of the description on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, there's also links on there as well. Talking about following, send it through. You can follow us all on Dabble as well. Our follow account is growing each and every week, and the winnings just keep coming, baby. Sorry?
Pretty nifty up there, Double.
Yeah.
Brings
Oh,
laziness into it.
copy, mate. What I found with Dabbles, like a lot of the time, the odds are shit, but sometimes they make massive fuck ups and they have huge odds.
You see their offer they had on the weekend. Every number of jersey to score a try was like $4.
Yeah.
It got up.
It got up.
$4. Like what the fuck?
That was actually crafted by Jacob Wynn from the Tripod podcast. So he's affiliated with Dabble, and I think he's pushing to make that happen again this week. So the same multi should be available this week on Dabble.
Dabble's willing to reach out, let the folks take over.
Yeah, let the punters decide. So it's pretty nifty. They're very open to feedback on Dabble, so it's not bad. I suggest you guys get on if you're not. And follow your boy at Daft Previews. Easy to spot. You're representing the Degens at the Discord. You're not only doing your best bets this week, but you're going to keep me company because Luke's still recovering from Magic Round. You got big shoes to fill. Massive fucking blood nut shoes. So you got the blood nut part down.
Exactly. The blood nut live on, mate, 2 in a row.
So Camo came on with his Carlton gear on. And he tipped a fucking juicy $10 try scorer multi.
Oh, yeah.
So well done to you, Camo. You had the Fox, Teddy, and Tane Milne. They all came off
those plays. It's because they're in his fantasy team.
Yeah, look, it worked. The old fantasy bet. It came home for him. And he's doing quite well. So shout out to you, Camo. You fluked it, but you slapped me and Luke because a few upsets last week actually did us over. Hobbo, what do you think about the Discord? What do you like about it?
It's kind of like a safe space, eh? I reckon. Because a lot of my mates aren't really into sports, so I use the Discord. You know, everyone knows every sport in there. There's always someone who wants to chat about something, so it's kind of like a bit of a little safe zone.
Yeah,
you know?
It's pretty good.
Heavy sport oriented person, so kind of love it in there.
Yeah, even if you don't punt, you're into sport. Exactly, you jump in, have a conversation.
Exactly, like especially a lot of American sports, because obviously a lot of them aren't as big over here.
Yeah,
but there's some pretty decent people in there with very knowledgeable too.
Yeah. Well, even today, thanks to yeah, even today, Jackson winners on the baseball. I don't touch the baseball, but there's no NBA.
The old American stickball.
Bloody crushed it. Same game multi I put together, mate. I didn't even know who the pitcher was. I just thought Yankees will win. Up the bloody Yanks. But no, that was pretty hot. Let's talk about who you like and who you don't. Let me hear it.
Oh,
they're probably listening.
Controversial right here. Just like Liverpool supporters.
Liverpool supporters. Who are they? Who are they?
You know who you are. You know who you are. I don't need to go into depth.
Is that Kurt? Is Kurt a Liverpool supporter?
Kurt, Cameron.
Fuck you, Kurt. I know you're listening.
Actually, no, the only decent Liverpool supporter is my boy Huncho.
No, I don't like him. He's too good in fantasy.
The only humble. Besides that, you're just gonna all get fucked.
And who do you love? Who gets you hot? Who gets you warm?
Oh, my boy Cam.
Yep. Everyone likes Camo.
I know.
Everyone.
Actually, and me two OG brothers, old Jim Jam and Huncho. We go way back.
Jim Jam and Huncho.
Yeah, good old James and Hunch Daddy.
I hope you're listening.
Yeah,
Hobby, you're a very keen punter. You donate and take
just as much.
with high volume.
Yeah.
But what's your biggest win on the punt? Most memorable?
It'd have to be golf one I snagged a couple of months ago. $100 bonus bet for 7.5 grand.
Talk us through it. What was the leg?
4-leg golf multi at the Masters first round.
Jesus. So it's $100 bonus bet into 7.5 grand.
Yeah. Turns out, woke up the next morning, your last leg,
Yeah.
took the wrong player. So there I was looking at the player who I thought I selected was losing, only to realise, oh wait, no, he's actually fucking winning. So your boy got a bit excited at work.
Yeah.
And a couple of yahoos, and yeah.
Couple of Yahoo. Do you follow golf? What was that all about?
Yeah, I
You
played
do?
it. So there's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah, true. So $75 multi, $100 bonus bet. You're laughing. Jesus Christ.
The next 3-4 weeks, it all went back into it. But
Oh, of course. Like, punting's a two-way street. You got to give to get back.
exactly, as I said to War Daddy today, you can't win everything, otherwise there goes your deposit match offer.
Yeah. No, you're fucking spot on about that. So that's your biggest win on the punt. I don't mind a little bit of Forex. What's your favorite beer and why is it VB?
Oh, don't even start. It's gotta be new.
You like new? I haven't seen you drink new. You haven't posted that.
Nah. Well, I try. New's always the Old Faithful.
The Old Faithful.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I don't mind it, honestly.
Don't mind a bit of craft beer, but
Yeah.
if I'm at the pub, it's gotta be new.
I'll remember that. When we go out, I might get you one, depending on how I am on the punt. Before we get into, there's no giveaway. This just happened to be on my desk. Apologies.
That was a cheeky rack.
Your
vape money.
My vape money. Who do you want to sing the podcast next week? What do you think?
So I got a theory. You started off young with Lachlan. You worked
Yeah.
up to Camo. You worked way up to me. I want to say Big Mad Dog.
The Mad Dog. He's fucking older than me.
I want to get this average age up.
Let's get the average age up. All right, Mad Dog's a nomination.
Yeah, Mad Dog or it's got to be Curtis. You long time.
Curtis. I'll tell you who I'd like to see on here.
Yeah. What about you? Who do you want to see?
I'd like to see that big angry bloke.
Easy money sing.
Nah, the bigger one. Fucking Big Jesse.
Oh.
The angriest punter alive. And just let him vent about his NRL try scorers.
How long you got? This is only an hour podcast, mate. 3 hours early.
No, we'll do a 3-part series. I don't mind. But we'll see. So Mad Dog's our choice. We'll see if he comes through, if he doesn't cower away.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the round of footy, shall we?
Ceiling collapsed on him.
I know. Poor fella. Let's get into the round of footy, though, Hobbo. First game's on Thursday night, 7:50. It's the Newcastle Knights versus the Brisbane Broncos. My boys are $1.45 favourites. The Knights are paying $2.75.
Last time they were this short. How many years ago?
How short? Like maybe 2016.
Still getting disrespected by fucking the line at 6.
It's only 6.5. Yeah. It's completely disrespectful. So I know you've gone the 6.5.
Yeah.
I've gone the 13 plus.
And also, what's the Knights under that total points?
You can have a look. Let us know what the total points are.
15.5.
Our defense has been pretty good.
I don't mind the. Yeah, see, it's tough because I don't know. I think I might just stick with the 6.5.
We'll cover them both. Don't worry. We'll blow them out. But
Camo just messaged me. Your hat is so shit.
Your hat may be shit, but why do you think the Broncos slay on Thursday night?
Why do they slay?
Yeah.
Look at it. One of the hottest teams in the comp. They're playing with that much confidence. As I was saying earlier, I mean, look at last game. They whooped Manly 38-0,
38-0.
and they were still paying like $3 to win.
Yeah.
Not more, weren't they?
What was it? I think I got them at $2.88.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But Knights, they're in shambles.
Knights are in shambles.
They need to put they honestly need to put Ponga in the halves. They need to give him the ball. He's useless at fullback.
Yeah, he's been playing well.
Hey,
He's been playing well, but
he has, but yeah, he doesn't get enough ball.
yeah, it's just not good enough. I think
That's their problem. They paid what, over $1 million for him just to play fullback.
Yeah, and he's playing behind a beaten pack as well. And
Yeah,
the one thing with Brisbane is that the forwards are absolutely barnstorming at the moment. Payne Haas, he didn't play 2 weeks ago. We won fine. He played last week, right?
Yeah.
He played last week, and he wasn't even the best forward on the field. He didn't need to be because we were just that dominant. And
Nah.
so,
So the Broncos, easy 6.5, free.
Broncos to pump, free is free. Adam Reynolds has it on a string at the moment.
Yeah. His game is it's almost like him being the big dog. He's just soaked it up and gone for it, eh?
Yeah. No,
Compared to
100%.
last year, where last year was playing around like what was his position? To feed the stars, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was a role player last year.
Yeah, he was, but he wasn't the big guy, really.
No, he wasn't.
It was always in the shadows of the Cody Walkers, the Alex Johnston, it was always in the shadows. But now he's come here, spotlight's on him, he soaked it up. And look at him.
I know. Career best footy at his age is crazy.
Yeah.
And the biggest difference with Adam Reynolds this year is like for the last 10 years, people were just running over him all the time.
Yeah.
But his defense this year is fucking crazy. Yeah.
He's getting involved in everything too.
Yeah.
Like he's not shying away.
Yeah. No, he's going well. We're both leaning on the Broncos. I'm taking the 13 plus. Hobbo's on the line at 6.5. Nice and conservative.
Yeah.
But into our filthy Friday, we've got 2 games on. First one's at 6 o'clock. It's the Tigers versus the Bulldogs. It's a pick 'em. It's even money, $1.90 at the moment. Total points at 37.5. I personally am not betting on this game. Well, I will bet on every game, but not my best bet. But you're backing the Doggies. What's the reason why?
Oh, fuck, the coach just got dropped. There's full criticism at the moment. They're going to play with heart. They've got a point to prove, really. Old Gouldy will come in change rooms, giving his old little State of Origin-esque pep talk. And, yeah, Knights, man. I mean, not the Tigers. How many injuries they get last week? I mean, you got no Brooksy.
Brooks is out. They got Jock Madden in.
I don't really rate Naden coming in because it's not like he really did anything for the Bulldogs anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't rate either teams. I just don't want to touch it. But the Bulldogs do have that factor. Bit of an omen that your coach has just been dropped. Yeah. Good chance I reckon there's a good chance that they win this week and get flogged every week after.
Yeah.
Because they haven't even named a caretaker yet. I think there's strong rumors of a caretaker, but it's not official. And even when they do get one, he's going to have 1 day's preparation.
I think they'll wait till the game's over this weekend. They'll get through this weekend and sort it out Monday, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So you're taking the Dogs at $1.90.
Dogs at $1.90.
All right. Well, into the main event on Friday, we've got Parramatta Eels versus Manly Sea Eagles. Para $1.39 favourites. Sea Eagles $3 after the thrashing of the Broncos last week. The line is 7.5. Total points is 40.5. What are your thoughts on this one before I go through my bet?
Seagulls leak points, no matter who they verse. They just can't buy a win. Every team, they know how to defend Turbo, and they've locked him up, every team. And they just look average. They've got nothing. I mean, Cherry Evans, there's only so much Cherry Evans can do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. They were disappointing last week. There could be a bounce back factor in it.
I mean, Eels they started off scrappy against the Roosters, but they fought their way back to nearly grabbing it.
Yeah, I think if that game goes for 10 minutes more, they'll win it.
if Dylan Brown didn't give away that penalty, they would have won it.
Yeah. No, they came home strong. And that's why I'm confident to take them to score more than 27.5 points. They finished the game off really strong last week. But as you said, Manly leaks points like fucking crazy. Like the Broncos' attack isn't that great. Like they made us look better than we really are.
Yeah.
But they've been conceding 20+ points like week after week.
Consecutive. Easy as well.
Yeah. And the actual line, if you want to be a bit conservative, it's 23.5 for Parramatta. That's their total points, but I'm chasing value this week.
What's it paying?
The 23.5 is like $1.90. The 27.5 is $2.40.
Easy.
So
that's not bad.
I'm getting straight into that one. Let's get into our slutty Saturday. Let's get a bit of rousing with this one.
We're talking.
We got some tough matchups. First one's the Dragons versus the Warriors. Dragons $1.60 favourites after the shit show last week. The Warriors at $2.35. They did fight back hard at the end. I'm sure they ruined a couple of bets too, but the line is 3.5 points. Total points are 39.5. What are your thoughts on this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if Warriors get up this week. They take a lot from last week. So,
You'd be riding the strong finish last week into this week, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon so too. I mean, they got Aiken, Arthur's back. Harris DeVita's back. So I reckon value in is really Warriors, in my opinion.
Straight up.
$1.60 St. George is too short.
Yeah, it's too short. Yeah, their attack was terrible last week.
No one wanted to win that game.
Yeah.
It was pissing down rain, but like, come on.
Yeah, like that game and the Bulldogs game last week were terrible.
Yeah, that was the Warriors and Titans. That was the worst games around, easy.
Yeah, and look, because of that, I'm not putting that as one of my best bets. So on the day, I'm sure I'll come up with some sort of same game multi.
That game, but if I was easy, I'd be going the Warriors. We'll play.
Yeah. Well, look, we'll see that we're not touching it. Let's not fucking waste any time on it. Both teams can get fucked. Here's a good game to watch, though.
Yeah.
At 5:30, it's the Cowboys versus Storm. Storm at $1.50, Cowboys at $2.60. The line's at 6.5. Total points are at 40.5. Storm got walloped last week. Cowboys are on a hot streak at the moment. Still outsiders, though. What are your thoughts on this one? How does it go?
Storm bounced back. I mean, Cowboys just leaked way too many points last week against the Tigers. Easy tries too.
Yeah.
Easy tries. That left side of defense was just nowhere.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty easy.
Come back. I mean, all their players with Paps back. I mean, I can't see them losing or even being close.
Yeah. We got no Paps, but Hughes is named to play. And I'm sure Bellamy will just be spraying him every single day.
Especially the way they lost last week.
Yeah.
It'd be ropeable.
Yeah, and Melbourne don't lose 2 weeks in a row, so.
How many more players are going to bleach their hair this week?
Fucking. If I was Bellamy, I'd be shaving everyone's head.
You don't deserve the bleached hair.
No, fuck that. If we lose, everyone gets their head shaved. I don't give a fuck.
Couple of wages on it.
Shave your head, and if you lose again, your eyebrows are coming off. That's what I'd be doing if I was Bellamy. But I'm not Bellamy, so I don't know. We'll see how many people come out bleached, but no, it should be a good game. I think the Cowboys can keep it competitive, but the Storm.
Cowboys, I mean, they're playing real good footy. I mean, exciting footy too.
Yeah. They
on the weekend.
I know.
That was one of the games around on the weekend.
I know.
Especially the first half.
Mate, that was the last game of the round, that Cowboys game, right?
On a heavy 10 goat track at Suncorp.
Mate, the Cows love a heavy 10. That Nanai, that last try that he got, saved my bacon. Oh, that first try was fucked. Man.
I don't know how he did it, but either way.
It's the athleticism of these young blokes these days. They do wild shit.
And like, as we were talking earlier on that week, that line there was only 8.5.
Yeah.
It blew out to about 12 or something just before kickoff. But it's like, again, like, they don't believe the Cowboys are good.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, well, like the Broncos, they were shit for so long, and they just got this stigma
I
attached.
guess get the value when you can.
Yeah, and I think one thing to look at with teams like this, because those lines move and they're set based on. It's not what the bookies think are going to happen. It's about how they think the public are going to respond to that.
Yeah, and
So if the public sees that the line is, let's say, short, Cowboys are favourites last week, but the line's only 8.5 or 9.5.
mm,
If you think about the media, right, the media is not hyping up the Cowboys. If anything, they were hyping up the Tigers. They finally won the game. Like
yeah.
they're doing better than everyone thought they, and
That's
everyone
also
wants
why.
them to do well,
That's
right?
also why I think the doggies win this week because it's always
Yeah,
been negative for the
yeah,
doggies. Every time they've been hyped up by the media,
yeah.
they've lost.
That's true. And look, if you're an average punter, right, you see all the news, the headlines, the Dogs are fucked, no coach. You'd be thinking the Dogs are no chance this week.
Exactly.
So come game day, the Dogs are probably going to be outsiders.
If anything, they're going to be more fired up.
Yeah,
Tigers are going to come in thinking it's going to be an easy win.
yeah, yeah. That's true. So no, I'm really keen. That Cowboys Storm game, it's one of the ones I'm looking forward to. Be nice and competitive. Actually, Saturday night looks pretty good. I'm going to clear my calendar because
Yeah,
after that we got the Roosters versus Panthers. Panthers are $1.31, Roosters 3.50. The line's 9.5. Total points are 39.5 points. Panthers fucked up Melbourne last week. The Roosters quietly putting together a little bit of form. Attack starting to click. At first, I was like, this 9.5 is a little bit too big, but we did dig it into the details, and Penrith are just 13 plussing everyone.
But was it the Raiders we picked out?
Was it the Raiders?
I think it was the Raiders, the only team they
No, the Dragons. It was the Dragons.
Dragons, sorry.
Yeah. So the Dragons are the only team that the Panthers haven't beat by 13 plus. And the Panthers were poor, but I don't think Cleary was back yet either. So they've been 13 plussing everyone. The Roosters are starting to really improve. So for me, I chose not to bet on the outcome or a line because I don't know. It could be a danger game for the Panthers. Roosters are coming up because if
what Roosters want to show up to, though.
yeah, because if you look at the team, the lineup, like the Roosters don't have a bad squad. They've just been playing shit.
It's
So,
like you look at their game against the Eels. They looked untouchable the first half, and they didn't come out the second half.
yeah.
They
Look,
did
Teddy's
that
been
fight.
playing
They did that
mental.
the week before as well against the Titans. They had about 20 minutes in there where Titans got like three quick ones straight on
Yeah.
the start of the half. So
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
that's true. Yeah, so we're not touching the outcome, but one of my best bets on this one is Joseph Suwali to score.
Yeah, right.
So because Penrith are so heavily back, like they're the shortest team this week at $1.31. Any of the try scorers in the opposition are massive value, right? Because they're all over $2. I think Tupou's $2.55, Suwali's $2.60. Now Suwali's been scoring tries for fun, so his try scoring form coincides with the Roosters' improved play, and he's lined up on the right wing. That means he's up against Taylor May.
Yeah. He'd
Now
have the
that
size on him easy, wouldn't he?
sorry.
He'd have the size on him easy, wouldn't he?
Oh, easily. And that left side for the Panthers is their weaker side. And the other thing is half of Suwali's tries have come off kicks.
Yeah.
So if they just drop it on top of May's head, Suwali will go up and get him. Like I'm calling it. If you could pick try scorer and method of try, I'd be fucking rich this week. I'm telling you that Luke Keary's going to put a kick right on Taylor May's head and Suwali's going to score. Because you don't get line breaks against Penrith. You get field position, and then you put up a bomb. You got to score off kicks.
Couple of restarted sets as well.
Yeah. You build pressure. So I've got Suwali to score via a kick from Luke Keary. I'm only in $2.60 because method of try is not a fucking real market. But I've got to get in touch with Dabble and get it that way. But $2.60.
Yeah.
So
you create the narrative.
I'll create it, man. I'll have some juicy multis with Suwali to score 1, 2, probably not 3. I'll keep it at 2, but pretty keen for that one. So that's our slutty Saturday. I'll get something juicy together for that day. Into the seedy Sunday. First game's at 2:00.
Really good.
South versus Canberra. South Sydney $1.55. Canberra at $2.45. The line is 4.5 points. Total points is 41.5. I'm not. None of these games on Sunday are part of my best bets. What are your thoughts on this Rabbitohs Raiders game?
I've got nothing, eh? That's a 50-50 in my opinion. I don't know. The Raiders last week against the Sharks came out firing.
Mm.
Rabbitohs, exactly like the Roosters. First half looked unbeatable, then they nearly choked on a 32 point
Yeah,
lead or something like that
yeah,
against the Warriors. I mean, nah, not touching that.
not touching it.
Nah.
Yeah,
I
and
wouldn't,
look, and for good reason, right?
as Camo once said, I wouldn't touch it with a shit stick.
We don't have a shit stick, so there'll be no touching going on. But basically, this game's in Dubbo. Like,
We're taking out rural.
yeah, if it was in Canberra, I'd probably lean on the Raiders if these were the odds. But the Raiders have been terrible away from Canberra, apart from Magic Round. South have kind of been terrible all year.
Yeah, they're a bit bipolar, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's an interesting one. Like, to be honest, I think this game might be even worth a live bet because I could see either because both of these teams only play half the game,
I
and if
reckon
one of these,
whoever scores first.
yeah, if one of these teams gets like 2 tries ahead, I reckon it's worth live betting the other team because they're going to let them in. Canberra Raiders are famous; they're called
No
the
leadership
Faders.
for the Raiders. No
Yeah,
way.
but even South, right? They're
Yeah.
fucking letting everybody back into it. They're not playing a full 80 minutes, so.
Yeah.
I reckon that might be worth a live bet, but for now, I'm not touching it. You're not touching it. So keep your hands in your pockets.
Yeah, the only positive I can see is Whiten coming back for the Raiders. But
Yeah,
how impactful has he been this year?
yeah. Well, we got White. Then they also have my mate Matt Frawley.
Oh,
In fine form.
the bearded goat.
That beard is dense. It's like Cameron
He
Smith's
was
beard.
blind. That week you're talking shit about him. He had absolutely.
Well, I was talking shit about him because I always talk him up, and he was
Yeah.
terrible one game this year, and then he
Yeah.
finally came back, and I just gave him. Maybe that spray is what motivated him to be so great.
He's
You
a
know,
beard.
like this podcast isn't just about tipping; it's not just about entertainment. We're motivating athletes here.
Yeah.
So, Matt Frawley, this is a dangerous man. But let's get into the last game. So the last game's at 4 o'clock on Sunday. It's the Titans versus Sharks. The Sharks are $1.37. Titans are $3.10. The line 7.5. And if you like total points, it's 40.5. So this game's a tricky one. Titans finally won a game. Cronulla have been in fucking bipolar. They're winning every second week at the moment. Nico Hines moves to 7, which is good. But they got some bloke I've never seen before playing fullback. They still have Kennedy and fucking Jesse Ramian out.
No, Migger and Noodles. Ramen Noodles.
Ramen Noodles is out. Titans are, I don't know. They still have Fafita out. But Jaden Campbell. Did you see Jaden Campbell play last week?
He hasn't done anything this year for him though.
Yeah, he hasn't, but he's on my fantasy. He's doing all right. But you see Jaden Campbell play last week? It was a shit game, but he was fucking.
I didn't really. I think I watched the last 20 minutes of that
game. Campbell played well, so he's back, which is good. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. This one.
I'm not touching it.
You're not touching it.
What's your
Yeah, I think maybe I guess watch it. Might try because if the Titans come,
what are your total points at?
40.5.
That's a lot of points for them.
It is.
But then look at the Sharks. How many points they drop on the Warriors with 2 men down?
Yeah, I know. And that's how unpredictable they are, right? They fucking did that remarkable display and then shit the bed against Canberra. But
multiple people off for Canberra as well.
I know. Canberra had 2 in the bin at one point for a couple of minutes. But I think if you're into form and trends, you definitely take Cronulla because they don't play shit 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, $1.37.
Nah, take them 13 plus. Right? Take them 13 plus because Cronulla are winning close games. They're a bunch of sluts, a bunch of prozzies. They just blow people off, or They just lay down and take it, you know?
Yeah.
So they 13 plus somebody or they get 13 plus themselves. They don't play close
Good
games.
problem to have sometimes, you know.
Yeah. So
Well,
look, I'm not
it's
touching
against
it.
blown.
I'm not touching it right now. Happy to get blown or whatever it may be, but I'll decide on Sunday depending on how my weekend goes, depending on the weather and all that.
If you're down
Yeah,
bad, you have a go.
we'll see. Because if I'm down for the weekend, I need to have something good for that game. That's to bring me back. So
Oh yeah. I wouldn't even touch try scorers because I mean, yeah, Tracy's maybe for a try scorer.
sweet Connor,
He's paying 260.
he's playing in the centers though, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's playing in the centers.
I think is the hype train over for Talakai? Is the hype train gone?
I believe so.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, it's 2-3 good weeks.
yeah, well,
They just fucking him off.
Katoni sucked the hype out of him, so there's nothing left.
Mm.
But before I finish off this 4X, let's do just a recap of where we're at right now because there's a lot of games we're choosing not to lay down as our best bet. There's too many unpredictable things happening right now. You throw form out the window, Magic Round fucked a lot of things.
That's what you're saying.
So, yeah. So, quick recap of mine. If you like some value, I've got 3 legs for you. Open up your Sportsbet account right now if you're listening to this. Brisbane 13 plus. Joseph Sawali to score in the Roosters game. Parramatta to score over 27.5 points. You're looking at $16.22, and I've power played that. I didn't even power play it actually. Fuck. I got $50 on it, returning $811. It's pretty arousing, must I say. Do you want to give us your best? What's your best bet? What do you want everyone to jump on?
I mean, as I said, Broncos 6.5. That's $1.90, but you could take the Bronx, Eels, Panthers, and Sharks all head to head, $3.60. If you're feeling a bit toey, a bit riskier, you could take Doggies. Yeah, Doggies, Bronx 6.5, and Storm 6.5. I'll give you $6.85. And
Just load up.
That's really all I can find at the moment.
It's all right. It's more than enough, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But look, let's wrap things up. It is getting quite late here in the eastern states. I've also got to do some more work because Luke not being here means I get to do all the post show uploading, editing, all this type of stuff. Thank you, Luke. After Magic
your name on the fucking you are daft.
I am. Fucking hell. Bit of trivia for anybody who's listening to this on YouTube. Jump into the comment section, and I want you to figure out why I've named this Daft Previews. Let's see if you can figure that one out, and next week I might explain the whole reason behind it all. Hey?
I think I remember you telling me this.
Oh, I've told a few people.
Yeah.
But see what you can do. Google's your friend. Check it out.
What do they win?
What do they win?
What do they win?
Fucking hell. Well, if my best bets get up and I win this $800, if somebody does accurately capture the reason why I've called this Daft Previews, I'll send a portion of my winnings straight to them. Pay ID, baby.
Oh, pay ID.
I'll send a portion. All right? What's going to happen? But look, Hobbo.
I got a question for you.
Give it to me.
Let's dig in about you. Why NRL? What made you choose NRL? What got you into it?
What got me into punting on it, or why do I love it?
Just NRL in general.
Why is it? Well, it was a sport that was always on when I was growing up. Didn't watch AFL till last year but the footy was always on at my house. My dad used to host these massive benders on Friday nights, and all the lads would get around the TV, watch the footy, get pissed, and I was just a kid, and I'd get amongst it. Obviously, didn't get pissed, but no, just watched it from day dot, and I just love the culture. I love the footy culture. The blokes are wild. The sport's rough.
Yeah. Oh, it was rough.
and well, it was rough, but I grew up in West Sydney as well.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
it's kind of bled into you.
Yeah.
What made you start a podcast? What made you start that?
Well, I'm a man who likes to chase a lot of hobbies outside of my normal profession. I've done like fashion YouTube channels. I've run that. I've done e-commerce. I'm not getting into that. I've done.
It's a grey area.
It's a bit of a grey area. I've done e-commerce, like selling things online.
Yeah.
I've created websites, businesses. I have done like the stock market. I've done foreign exchange. So I'm just a man with many hobbies and
Yeah.
got into punting and just wanted to create content. So I thought podcast is the way to go.
Yeah. It reaches out as, your world is your oyster.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel like it's any effort because I enjoy doing it, right? So,
Yeah, exactly. You feel yourself talking shit.
oh yeah, so much.
Yeah.
If anything, I've had to cut back on talking shit because this episodes go for too long.
I don't blame you, man. That's all I've got.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, look, young Jared Garth Hobson, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show tonight.
It's been an honour, mate.
I think you've done very well. I'll chat to you through the Discord, but no, look, I really appreciate you coming on and stepping in for Luke.
Yeah. Hope to see you next time, Luke.
I'm sure this won't be your last time. So, look, let's wrap this thing up. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Hobbo, for coming. I'll see you all next week.